Hi, welcome to another bake along. In this week's video I'm going to show you how to make one of my favourite desserts. It's a dairy-free strawberry muffin. We picked up some strawberries in our grocery order this week, so I thought it'd be really nice to show you how to make a really quick dessert with them. So let's take a look at the ingredients. Okay, so this is all the ingredients we're going to be using. Because it's a dairy-free recipe, I'm using a plant-based butter and I'm also using a plant-based almond milk just to give that cake some nice moisture. So the first thing we're going to do is take our butter and our sugar and we're going to cream them lightly with our mixer. So let's just add this in. Let's move everything else out of the way. And that's 180 grams of sugar and 100 grams of our plant-based butter. And let's mix them. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do with that. I'm not going to mix it too much. To that we're going to add our milk, and this is half a cup of non-dairy milk. So again, I'm using a plant-based almond milk, and our 2 eggs, because this is dairy-free. If you were vegan, you would replace this with flax egg, or whichever alternative you prefer to use. And I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of my vanilla. And this is a vanilla bean paste. You could just use a vanilla extract or any other flavour that you wanted to add. And we're going to give this a quick mix to combine. Again, that's as much as we're going to do. We don't want to over-mix this. So the next thing I'm going to quickly show you is a little trick. So we're going to be adding fresh strawberries. This is about 100 grams of cut strawberries. And what I'm going to do is take some of my flour and I'm going to add it to the strawberries, and this will actually stop them from sinking when they bake. And you don't need too much flour. I'm just going to take 2 rough teaspoons, give it a little stir. It's just enough to coat them again so that they don't sink when we bake them. You can also do this with dried fruit if you're using something like cranberries or raisins, and it just helps them to stay nice and suspended in the mixture as it bakes. So pop those to one side for now. Next thing we will do now is add our dry ingredients. So this was 240 grams of cake and pastry flour. Obviously I took some out for the strawberries. To that I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to give that a quick stir together, and then we're going to add it in 2 stages to our batter. Give that a quick mix. And then we're going to add in the rest of the flour mix. Again, that's all we're going to do. I don't like to over mix when I'm making cupcakes or muffins. So we're done with our hand mixer. I'm going to pop this to one side. And next we're going to add in our strawberries. So you just want to dump all of them in, and then I'm going to use a spatula and just fold them in really lightly. Just make sure when you're doing this that you've incorporated all of the ingredients. Check if anything is actually collected at the bottom, like the flour tends to do sometimes. Just give it a scrape down. Make sure everything's nice and combined, and that's what your batter should look like. It's fairly loose, not too runny, but it will spread nicely when we add it to our cases. So next I've got my baking tray. I'm going to add my muffin cases. And then I'm going to use my scoop to fill them. So this is a great tip for you if you like to make a lot of cupcakes and muffins. One of these ice cream scoops is really great because it will actually scrape it down for you when you're filling your cases. So let's get these filled. And the last thing we do is I like to add a little bit of this turbinado sugar. Just gives it a nice crunchy coating on top. And I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle this on. Okay, so these are ready to go in the oven. It's going to go in the oven for about 18 to 20 minutes, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll have a look at them once they're done. Okay, so our muffins are baked. You can see that they're nice and firm on top. They've got that really nice crust where we added the sugar, quite golden brown as well. So once they've cooled, I'll take one out and show you what they look like inside. Okay, so our muffins are cool enough to try. You can see the kids have had a few already. So let's take a look inside of this one and I can show you what they're like. So they're nice and firm on top from that crunchy coating that we added. And then I just want to show you how the fruit is nicely distributed through it. Look at that. Perfectly moist and nice and evenly distributed. You can see it hasn't all sunk as well. So that little trick that I showed you of tossing your fruit in flour definitely helps. Hope you've enjoyed watching this. I'm going to go and enjoy these muffins now, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.